Joey here, Eat, Sleep, Box and Repeat, and delighted to be joined by Brandon Scott. Brandon, coming off a win there. Quickly, you haven't seen it back yet, but I happened to catch a fight and watch it on YouTube, and the commentary was absolutely glowing about you. At one point they said, what does Brandon have to work on in the gym when he gets back? And they literally said, tonight's performance was perfect. Do you leave the ring feeling like, yeah, do you know what? I've done as good as I can do there?
Being honest, yeah, I do. I'll say I haven't had a bad performance to date as a professional, but I will always find something that I can do better. I'll say I didn't do anything bad, but I know I could have done something better. And I have no doubt I'm going to go back, I'm going to watch, I'm going to analyse my performance, and I will know exactly what I need to do. And in the next fight, I have no doubt something else will come. I just think this time, I think the main thing about today's performance, I needed to ace the flip a bit more.
Yeah, you had Eddie Hearn worried for a little bit there. The flip, you practiced the flip, yeah, obviously. What happened on this particular flip?
It's nothing to do with the occasion. I don't really care. You've seen, I landed it in a Spider-Man suit a few days ago. It's just, I think what it was, the gloves were quite thin grip there, and the ropes were really thick, and I couldn't get a good grip. And I kid you not, I shit you not, I was so close to face planting. I did so well to kind of regain it at the end. Well, that nearly went horribly wrong.
Mate, that would have helped for the viral views anyway. You've done very well this week. But we'll come on to that. Let's stick with the fight for a second. You were called by the commentators perfect and mature and controlled, and they talked about how you were doing a lot of work but not rushing it. Was that your best performance to date?
I don't know. I mean, every performance I have, I'll find something new to criticise, something new to work on. I think certain performances are better in certain areas. Like I might have boxed better in one performance, but I thought, I put it on someone better in that performance. But what you got to keep in mind too, today was my first time on the big stage. I know I was on DAZN, I was on Matchroom, and the shit I've done this week has brought a lot of attention to me, good and bad, granted, but attention, you know. So I had a lot of pressure on me going into this fight. So I think being 19 years old, doing the things I do, factoring everything up, I think that could be in the shout for the best performance, probably.
Yeah, and it's the first fighter that I think we've seen that actually came to try and punch you. Do you know what I mean? No criticism to the others, they're in there to do a job, but it's the first one who just really thought, do you know what, I might get to this kid here, and you look better. Is that because the level's gone up, the opponent's come forward, you've got better?
Probably all three. You know, he could crack. I'll give him credit where it's due. I've seen him fight a lightweight up in England, and he wobbled this lightweight, and I'm a natural bantamweight, so I knew he could crack, but I didn't think he could really bang. But with all due respect, his levels, all he had was a big overhand right and a big left hook. I know how to deal with that. I was getting behind the shoulder, I was dipping. He came to win, he was strong, and he was game. But I truly feel that on his best day, he couldn't have beaten me on my worst day. And that brought me so much confidence. So I know what I had to do, and I did exactly that.
Talking about knowing what you have to do and doing exactly that, you've had a very busy week, right? And from the amount of times that I've spoken to you on small halls and those sorts of things, this has been a very different week for you. You've nailed the week. Is that fair to say?
Nailed from behind! No, I'm sorry. It's gone good. It's gone good.
It's more than going good, though, because the reality is, right, that this has been an opportunity for you, not just to step up the levels, not just to fight on a big show, but it's an opportunity to get eyes on you. And you said multiple times this week, you've got to be more than a boxer to get that sort of recognition. Do you think that you've done enough here to be like, look, I'm good enough to be here? Socially, you know, in terms of social media, presence, in terms of being on a big promoter show, do you just feel like, do you know what, I'm ready for that next step?
I do, but at the same time, I know I am, but I also am aware that I can get a bit impatient sometimes. Like I've had Gav and people tell me, look, Brian, you need to slow down, you need to stop saying certain things. I'm like, I know, but I know how good I am. And I set such high expectations for myself because I train so hard. This is my life. I don't have anything else going in my life. I don't want anything else going in my life. So I've come to the conclusion that I need to move correctly, not fast. You know, when the right move in the chessboard is there, I will take it with both hands and I will move forward appropriately. But that was a good, beautiful step up today because he came to win. And I do truly believe it brought the better side out of me. I was showing different aspects to my game, showed that I'm more than just, you know, I have more to me. So I'm very, very happy with how this week's gone.
Yeah, and the reality is if you didn't win tonight, then the Spider-Man stuff and the Superman stuff and all of that counts for nothing, really. So you've done fantastic to top it off there. Just to close, I know you've spoken to Eddie Hearn individually, you've spoken to him in your post sort of fight interview and stuff like that, and this isn't for you to beg or anything like that, but what is your message to the Eddie Hearns, to the promoters of the world that, look, I need to be on your show next time?
What I'm going to have to do, it's like we spoke before, I've seen Garage Wars when they auction everything off. I'm going to have Eddie Hearn, Ben Shalom, Frank Warren, and we're going to start the bidding at £5 a fight. Do I hear £7 grand, £8 a fight? And we'll see. But no, look, I'm a free agent now. I can do what I want when I want. But look, I'm loving life. And just quickly, I was saying, I brought a tear to my eye earlier because where I came from, I was bullied bad when I was younger. I was bullied bad, so insecure about myself. People might think, look at him, cocky little kid. I used to be so insecure, so shy, so scared, and I flipped my life completely. And I had a message earlier, I won't say names obviously, but someone said, my friend basically isn't into boxing at all. She isn't into boxing at all, but you put a smile on her face, and she's came to the boxing for the first time today. I said, it means so much because she's got a terminal disease. And I'm thinking to myself, it brought a tear to my eye because where I've came from, what I'm doing. People don't know a lot of the things I do. I raise money for charity every year. I don't like saying it 'cause I don't want people to think I'm a good person. I just want to be a good human being, So putting the cocky side, the brash part of me aside, I've had a lot of hate this week, granted, but that one message I had has meant more to me than what 10,000 hate messages could have meant to me. I feel I've changed my life this week, whether it's from an outer perspective or an internal perspective. I'm honoured, and I'm in a very good place right now.
Brandon, I've seen a lot on social media myself this week about you. Naturally, I know you very well. You're a good young man, and a lot of those comments saying things like, "Oh, he's fake, he's practiced this, it's all rehearsing, it's all show, and blah blah blah." For the record, and publicly stating, I know you well enough to know this is you. You are funny. Yeah. You like the attention, not in like a big-headed way.
I love it.
And there is a lot people don't see about you in the background. So congratulations this week. You've been fantastic. All the best. And if you've got any injuries, don't know if you have, hopefully they're quick and you're ready and back out in the next card.
Peace out. And I'm just going to say to people saying, oh, it's all rehearsed, it's all fake. I'm just going to say one thing. Views are views, biatch.